Good morning, everyone. I am Casey Hadel with the Elemental, and welcome to the second week of 12 weeks of channeling. Today, I'm going to be channeling some Venetians, which are from part of the Pleiadian star cluster formation. They live approximately 20,000 light years away, which is quite a few miles, if you will. So today we're going to be channeling Betvely, which is with the Venetians. Now, when I first started seeing them come through, you would think of kind of like an aquatic species, if you will, a very much a blue-green skin. Um, they have ears, but they're set inside their face with some little fins and gills and a longer, elongated uh, head, probably about 5'8" in height. And what I do understand, they don't have male and female. They are both one in one species. Now, when I see them, they look hominoid, but what I do understand is they have about 15 legs. So a lot of times when they show up to us, they will look like they only have two legs, and they have that ability to shapeshift into other different beings. Very benevolent, very light, kind energy. Just a wonder and a joy to work with. So I'm going to step out and let Betvely step in and channel the messages for today. So thanks for joining. What? Hello. Oh, or, I am just as excited as you. Casey is such a wonderful host, and we are enjoying being here. Last week, I think you channeled a being from the Lyra constellation known as Asla, and he is part of my network as we are friends for the last 300 years. So thank you for having me, as I know that we all have been struggling currently with the dynamic that is happening. So let's talk about that. You have been feeling a rush of all of the mm, solar energy and receiving mm, transmissions from outworldly dimensions. And this is what is happening here on Earth is you are, if you will, upgrading to the next level. You are expanding your vibrational frequencies. And that is what these solar flares are doing for you, as well as the mm, outer dimensional transmissions that have been going through. You might have noticed on some of your, I think you call them NASA or the space weather, that there's been 7-hour transmission that they do not know what it is or where it's coming from. That might be from us here in this planetary exterior. We have been hovering around Earth and in contact with what you may have called the Atlas. Yes, the Atlas, if you will. And I am calling it the Atlas because it was definitely a frequency game changer. But people thinking it was a ship, mm, mm, it was not. But it was a piece of a planet that was stored with information from other planets, other coding, if you will. If you think of Superman, when he was here on Earth, so to speak, and we know the story, and we understand that it is just a movie, but that movie is reality when it came to Atlas, as that transmission, just like Superman from his family, where he could log in and view his history from his mother and father, is the same thing that Atlas was. It was our history stored in a giant meteor, if you will, or a chunk of a planet with an iron or intergalactic iron based core or metallic like substance. so that download the frequencies from that crater essentially is part of the upgrades on your planet. Now I know you are dismayed from all this energy that is coming in, and many Earth beings will be transitioning to what you might call New Earth, what we would call the all original Earth without the heavy density and programming that was created upon your planet through strife and war and hardship, was programmed into the soil, was programmed into the craters, was programmed into the earth core itself, and it is being released so that the earth can bridge into this new timeline. It is already happened. It is already created. But realizing the new earth is just you connected to everyone else in a vibration of great Magnus, if you will. You have seen and felt the earthquakes and the destructive storms and the flooding and the volcanoes. But this is part of the rising and the clearing of old programming, as you cannot carry your 3D world density into new Earth. Many ask how we can raise our frequency, how you can become more evolved humans. And that is coming from a place of gratitude, a place of beingness, a place of love. It is the respect for your planet and the stories she carries, as your planet has been under enslavement from a other race that you might know as reptilians, as they have been enslaved many of Earth's populace. But that is the breaking down of the old structures, that is breaking down of the old 3D formations. We ask that you find time to breathe, as breathing is a concept that you know very well in your human structure, but it can allow you to center your beingness and your own fluidity. So focus in on your breath. There are many ways that you can breathe, but I suggest breathing in for 5 counts and breathing out for 10. And doing that over and over again until you find yourself just focus in on your breath. That moment of slowing down and clarity is what that vibration is really about, is coming back to your center, but realizing that you are connected to all things living. You will be receiving a new third eye upgrade, or I should say, you have already received it, but the integration will continue further on through the 17th, where a new chapter in this new earth creation will be formed. But this third eye upgrade will really allow you to bridge further into this new earth formation and being able to see, feel, experience, and receive what blissness is really like. It doesn't mean you can stop being a human, if you will. What it does mean is that you get to human with more integrated support, more vibration of joy, more vibration of harmonious planetary and galactic revelations of what you truly are. You might see my or experience my fingers as 4, as you have 5, and I am more of a blue radiance and green in color, and more of a liquid plasma, if you will. Our blood does not bleed green or red like yours, but is more of a turquoise that it is. I have sticky nodes on my fingertips that allows me to move plasma light balls and energy throughout different energy fields. And we have been creating these subatomic structure particles and sending them to Earth so that you can integrate them more into your heart space and able to handle this vibrational alignment. We ask that you join and opening your heart to a new version of this peace and planetary beingness that is more of something that you are going to be aware of in the next coming months, especially on April 7th through the 9th, as a new flow substructure in the core of your earth will be finalized. This new earth that is coming, or that is here for many, as you continue to increase your vibration, will continue to separate further from that 3D distancing. You will feel the expansion in your heart as if you were able to embrace empathetic qualities that you didn't realize existed. A joining is a must as Gaia continues to grow. And as Gaia continues to grow, realizing that it is affecting many other planetary substructures, get into your beingness, get into your bodies, find your toes, because that earthing feeling will continue to increase your vibration frequencies as Gaia grows and the other planetary systems continue to grow, because these upgrades not only affect you, they affect the worlds around you. You might call this divine light, but we call it divine structure, as your new structures, or we should say old structures, begin to come online through your true magical ways of being. The telepathy, it is not of the past, but it is of your future. The telekinesis, or the ability to move things with their being, will become more of a norm, as your floatiness will naturally begin to come into your body, and finding your body becomes more of a light structure. We thank you for joining us today, as we are in immense gratitude to convey these new messages. Find the streams in your hands that deliver into your heart, so that you can be in the oneness of all that you choose for you. Thank you for joining me for the channeling today. I hope you received all these wonderful light codings that came through, and I ask that you take this time now to write down any information that might have come through you through the channel. Take care and have a wonderful